Welcome to Nelson Mandela University. It's match day one of the Varsity Shield 2020. Madibaz will be playing UKZN Impi. My name is Ati, the management. I will be joined later on by Luto Ngakru, Nathan Kokela and Sisipo Ngesi.
Wasuka lokho nebusiqede ngenjiki smoke amasoda FNB sihlasela noma nebusuku nasemini infinza semkhukwini sikhale kitchen Javisa from Kada umathanda kitchen hell yeah I'm a pro with rapping and nobody touches Dino when it comes to the mixing.
So we're here with Rob Yates, high performance coach of the FNB Madibaz side. He joined obviously in the past month. So we'll be joined by Rob Yates, the high performance coach for FNB Madibaz.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, Rob Yates, tell us more about yourself.
So I'm originally from the UK, no surprises there, hey? And I did that in the UK, high performance sports coaching to the Olympics, World Championships. And when I moved to South Africa, suddenly people found out who I was and what I did, because I've got a South African wife. She said we had to move here.
Right. So Rob, how's the preparations been with the side from, obviously you've been with the side for a month now. How's it been, the preparations been for FNB Madibaz?
So we've had a good pre-season. Very few injuries, which is brilliant. A lot of the boys have rehabbed well. Their headspace is in a good space, and physically they're ready to dominate. Right.
So obviously they lost their two warm-up games coming to this fixture. So what do you think the mentality state is at the moment?
So I think that whilst they lost the first warm-up game, if you look at how the team changed, we put all of our reserve players on and put the whole bench on in the second half. So we were up until we did that. So these guys are super positive. These guys started the first half of that game and they were dominating the first half of that game. So I hope that I believe that's what they're going to carry on with now.
Right, there you have it from the man himself, Rob Yates. We'll catch you guys off for the post-match presentation. Thank you.
This is where this game, the first match of the Varsity Shield, will be taking place in the perfect pitch of the Madibaz Stadium. You can see the boys, they are warming up, ready to entertain the fans. They are still coming in. Well, I am now joined by my colleague Nathan. Well, Nathan, when you're looking at the squad here, you can see well, for Madibaz, one would claim that some of the players, they were not regular, some of them we don't know. And when you're looking at them, we do have players like Sia, and also Sia, if you will remember, Sia was playing in the team, but he wasn't playing in this position where he's playing at number 7. And also one of the notable recruitment is Mihlali, who was playing for Wusu. What do you take when you come in this squad? What is your views?
So I must say it's actually a lovely day. It's nice and bright. Obviously the game is going to be nice and warm. But to be honest, I think that the side is looking quite decent. I've got a few new guys. 4 guys are new. The tight head prop, Leclue Stokes, Rob Lyons, but they've been in the system. But obviously they couldn't play last year because they came from another university. But at the end of the day, we kept consistency. But obviously we lost many senior players. Chris Hollis, Josiah Twamboafo, they play now for the Kings. The captain Azorian Esteisen. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think the core is actually kept the same. But yeah.
Well, of course, this is the impact of this kind of competition, Varsity Shield and also of Varsity Cup, that they always do when it comes to the development of rugby in South Africa. Well, you've touched on Ryan, who's not with the team. Christopher Hollis is not in the team. Well, of course, we would love them to see them here, but of course, they are playing in a much bigger league. What do you think the boys now, they all need to do, especially those that they were still in the system, but they couldn't play?
I think obviously the senior players have to man up, obviously they put their hand up, the senior players, because we got many youngsters coming from under 20s. Obviously, Trichat van Toner was the under 20s coach from the club. Obviously, he recruited a few players from the under 20s. He'll be very important with the players from the juniors.
Well, touching on the opponents, UKZN Impi. Well, UKZN Impi, of course, themselves, they have the new recruits. What do you think they will? How do you think they will play against Madibaz? As you'll remember, last year they played twice, and Madibaz they came victorious on 2 occasions with more than 40 points in those meetings.
Okay, obviously the first game we played at UKZN Stadium. The team won comfortably, and then we played them in the semi-final last year. They ended up 4th on the log, and then Madibaz ended up 1st. So we played them here actually on the stadium, the stadium at 7 o'clock. So obviously we have a momentum and form against them. UKZN, as you can see, they've only got 4 new players. The fullback, the 13, the 10, and the 4 are the new players. I think the first years, as I heard from the coach earlier on. So it's going to be a very interesting game. Obviously, both sides don't know. Obviously, haven't seen each other play, so it'll be interesting what happens. Well,
before we can go to the match itself, Nathan, we know this is the first match. What does it mean for Madibaz? What does it mean? As you'll recall, last year they end up the season with 30 points. What does it mean? Do they have to win the cup this season, or do they have to finish number 1 again in order for them to be promoted in the Varsity Shield Cup?
Okay, you must remember that you need they take 2 seasons worth of points and combine them. So it doesn't matter if you win or lose the final. They combine two seasons, and whoever finishes on top goes automatically through. The team that finishes second plays a promotional relegation with the team that finishes last in the Varsity Cup. So I mean, we are 5 points ahead of CPUT. So obviously that works for us, and obviously we'll be looking to win. They'll be looking to win all their home games and obviously away games as well. So the first game obviously against UKZN, obviously we're trying to make a big statement. But let's see what happens today. I'm very excited. I mean, the crowd is looking amazing, and it's very early, but let's see what happens.
Well, of course, we'll be witnessing here the first match of the Varsity Shield between the Madibaz and the UKZN Impi. Well, Tinage, sabe sibukele umdlalo.
As you know that we are at the Varsity Cup where Madibaz versus UKZN. Who do you think is going to be Ishambobo Nekashu today?
Obviously, Madibaz is taking the game. The star player of the game has to be Umihlali Ngqokana.
Okay.
Number 30.
Hello, we just want to ask, which team are you supporting tonight?
I'm definitely supporting Madibaz because I'm from Nelson Mandela University. So, yeah, I'm supporting the Madibaz.
Do you think they can win tonight?
I definitely think Nelson Mandela University is going to win. The Madibaz are winning tonight.
Can you name the score prediction?
Score prediction, I think it's going to be 23-37.
Okay, thank you. See tonight. Madibaz! Do you think they're going to win tonight?
Yes!
What do you think is the score prediction?
37-7, 32-5, 30!
All 30s. Thank you, guys.
score here at Madibaz Stadium is 14-15. Madibaz, they are leading. However, a very scrappy performance from the home side despite scoring those 2 tries. Well, Net, this is not the performance we were expecting for in this match.
I honestly thought it was going to be much more one-sided, but obviously UKZN is trying to prove a point. We've seen UKZN stuck in, been inside NMU's and N22 the last 10 minutes. They've conceded seven scrums. We saw us concede a yellow card, Pop went off, and they obviously scored off that. So obviously we're looking to get better in the second half. But I mean, when you get the ball in their half, we are capable of scoring tries. We scored 2 tries off our own structure.
Well, now you can see behind us the crowd is very electrifying. What do you think maybe they need to do in order to make sure that this crowd does not die off?
I just think that you just need to keep the ball in the second half. Try to push them in their own half, but keep the ball, because I'm thinking very good with our instruction. So if you can keep the ball in their half and we just keep our instruction and limit our mistakes in the scrum, I think we can do better.
Lastly, before we can go back to the game, well, the Varsity Shield, they've changed their days of playing the game. They are playing them on a Friday, which is the weekend. Do you think it has contributed to this huge crowd that we see behind us?
I mean, look at the crowd. It's amazing. Look at the crowd. It's amazing. But I think it's a good idea for them to have games on Friday, because on Monday it's Varsity Cup games, and it's going to give more exposure to the guys playing in the Varsity Shield. They play on Fridays, so I mean it's a good idea for them to play on Fridays. The next day is a Saturday, so you can go all out.
Well, back to the game. Well, the match came to an end in Madibaz and the UKZN, and I'm with the captain of the Madibaz, Luva. Well, how was the game?
The game was pretty tough. UKZN, they brought the game today. They put us a lot under pressure with the scrums. We found ourselves defending for 20 minutes. So they put ourselves under pressure with the set phases. But as the game went on, I think it opened up a little bit, but they still made it tough for us. So yeah, credit to them for bringing a good game, and credit to the boys as well for sticking out until the end.
You went to the first half leading 14-5, but it was in the performance you guys maybe you have loved to display. What did your coaches say in the halftime?
Yeah, well, obviously, again, they put a lot of pressure in the scrums, and again, first off, I think we spent about 20 to 25 minutes on our try line. But again, we found the positives out of that, where for 20 minutes we're defending and they only could manage to score the try. And then again, halftime, we knew that if we just eliminated the knock-ons, the mistakes, and we played in their half, then it would have made it easier for us. So it was more about playing in the right areas and then taking opportunities.
Well, you have started this campaign at home with a win, with these great supporters here, more than 5,000 supporters backing you guys. Next week you have a derby that for sure you are looking forward to. What can you say to these supporters that they are singing there?
Yeah, no, obviously we're so grateful and we're thankful for all the support, and it's an important year this year, the competition, the promotion, and that's what we really want. We want to promote the Madibaz side to the Varsity Cup. I believe that's where we should be playing. And again, so thank you to the crowd for coming and supporting us. We really need the support, and again, we're doing this for the university, for the supporters. I think they deserve a good tournament to be displayed in Mandela University, and so yeah, we thank you for the support, and we're grateful again.
That was the captain of the Madibaz. Thanks very much, and we wish you all the best throughout the campaign. These supporters, for sure, after this win, they will want to witness more wins. Even if you are playing at home, away from home, they will be following you guys via social media.
No, we thank you, and we again thank you very much for the support. We appreciate it.
The first half was kind of a scrappy first half. What did you say to your boys in the first strategic play first?
Yeah, look, it unfortunately did end up being a bit of a scrappy game, and the scrums took up, I think, what we worked out there, about 25 or 28 minutes of the game. So 50 minutes of rugby got played today, which is a bit unfortunate. We're hoping to obviously have a bit more of a open, expansive game, but again, obviously the scrum was an area that UKZN targeted, and they did well in that area. I think we fronted up a few times. It's just unfortunate that obviously the game got taken up with a lot of that, but again, as I said, the guys put in a massive defensive shift, and we're very happy.
So obviously, guys, at halftime, what is the message at halftime? Because you guys are 14-5 down. I mean, look at the score now, 26-5, finish off. So what is the mission at halftime for the boys, for them to gain possession and territory as well?
Yeah, so the important thing for us was obviously to try and cut down the error rate a little bit, to obviously not keep giving the scrums where they could slow the game down. Obviously we could see even when they had the yellow card, there was a lot of slow movement and setting of the scrum, so they were obviously trying to buy time and make the game a lot more slow. So we obviously were trying to speed it up a little bit by playing more in their half and forcing them to make mistakes that we could attack in the right areas, because that ball does get slippery at night. So we obviously didn't want to try to play too much rugby in our half and make mistakes for the scrums again.
And obviously, you guys, we just heard now, Wusu won 22-12 down in Cape Town against CPT. CPT is obviously the reigning champs. So what's, obviously you guys are playing against Wusu next week, so what you guys will take on to that game?
Well, look, we always know promotion relegation here, every game's a final for us, but Wusu have obviously just upped the stakes again, because they're obviously showing that they're going to be serious contenders also this year, and we always knew they were going to be fighters and push for the guys in the competition this year. So I mean, that result for them would be massive, and it's going to give them a lot of confidence going into next week.
Well, coach, of course, looking from the previous year's tournament, you used to play it on Monday and on a Thursday, but this one is being played on a Friday. Looking at the atmosphere during the game, the support was more than 5,000, which was more or less the same as in the final last year. Of course, you are playing Wusu next week. What would your message to the supporters?
Look, they were massive. I mean, I had to try and close a few of the windows so we could hear each other in the coach's box, and it was hot in there. So they were making a lot of noise, and it's great, because I think we really have got seriously good supporters here. They make a lot of noise from minute 1 to minute 80, and again, we know with our whole East Cape derby next week with all 4 universities, there's going to be numbers from all over, so it's going to be loud, and we've got to be ready for it, and hopefully our guys will out-sing the rest of them there.
Well, coach, we will leave it there, and we wish the team all the best throughout the season. I will be here, and these supporters, of course, after this first win at home, they will be following you. Even if you aren't playing in front of them, they will be following you, making sure that on Facebook, Twitter, they will be following you, giving you that support, making sure that you come with all those points, because we want to play in that big league.
100%. Thanks again for your guys' support also, and for backing us and giving the exposure and that for the guys, so it's great. And as you said, let's keep the numbers flowing in there.
All right, thanks, coach.
Thanks, cool. Guys. Appreciate it.